Hey everybody, doing a little service work down here in the shop. I got a new tool I was going to show you. Here's the case that came in. I've already got it set up over here ready to go. But RedDog VacTrac, and comes in a nice little carrying case with different adapters and things. And what the purpose of this tool is to pull a suction on your hydraulic system so that you can change your filters when you're not changing your fluid and you don't lose so much. Sorry, went the wrong way. Right here it is. I've already got the plastic tube on there and just got an on and off button and place to plug it in. It's got magnets to help stick it somewhere if you want to stick it somewhere. This particular one I'm using right now was the original one they sent me back in the spring, and they had some issues with the adhesive that holds the magnets on, and then they sent me a new one. I come down here to do this video, left the new one at the house, but I had the original one down here in the shop, so it'll work the same, just won't have the magnets. But they have revised that and got that issue fixed. As far as the glue that holds the magnets on. But they got a magnet on the side and the bottom both. Anyways, this company, they'd emailed me back a while, wanted to know if I wanted to try it out. I was interested because I use a shop vac right now to do it, and old shop vac's so noisy it drives you crazy. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I actually haven't tried it yet. I had recently changed my hydraulic filters when they contacted me. They offered to pay me and this and that, but, you know, I just told them that, you know, I wasn't really interested in signing a contract and all those things. And they sent me one anyways, which I thought was awesome. And then they sent me another one to replace the original one because of the glue situation on the magnets. So, very, very happy with that. But we're ready to change some hydraulic filters, so we'll give it a shot here and see how it does. RedDog VacTrac. We just stick it in your fill port. Getting snug. And turn it on. And hopefully the battery don't go dead on it before we get it changed. These filters are a bit of a pain to get to, especially where I've got this skid plate on this tractor. I got a pan here in case it does leak any, but you can hear it starting to gurgle. Very little flow coming out. It'll absolutely gush out there if you don't use something, especially as long as it took me to get that one loose, or get that one back on there. I need me a better filter wrench for these. Now that one's not losing any fluid at all. Not at all. And there, you can hear the sound of the machine change. That works really good. I actually think it does better than the shop vac I've been using. That worked really well. I'm impressed. And it's quiet. I mean, that's all there are to it. Stick that down your fill port, and you can use this thing to inflate. I don't see why you couldn't. I ain't tried it. But I'd say you could use that thing to inflate and deflate air mattresses. All kinds of stuff. Rafts. I mean, it'll push air and it'll pull air, so could have a lot of uses as far as that goes. But nice little case to keep it in. I just keep it here in the top of the toolbox. For some reason, I thought I had already brought the upgraded version down here, but being the normal dummy I am, I hadn't. But as far as operation, in my case, that right there worked perfectly a-okay. So check them out if you're interested in something like that. I'm not sure what they cost. RedDog VacTrac. But as expensive as this UDT 2 hydraulic oil is for a Kubota, yeah, it's well, one time of using it basically would pay for itself. I've changed them without pulling a vacuum on them. You can do it. You lose a good amount of oil, especially if you have trouble like that one filter trying to get it back on. The first filter I took off, there was a little bit of oil coming out. The second one, it had zero oil. If you could find the vent, I'm not sure where the case vent is on these, but if you had a piece of tape over it to plug it up, I'd say that you wouldn't get any oil out at all. But I was unsure of where it's at. I've never really looked. I think it's some of them, the Kubotas, that comes out back here in the back, but this one I think's up under the floorboard somewhere. I don't know. But you're going to lose a little bit of suction because of that in the case vent, if it has one. We'll get this thing topped off and check back with you. If it wasn't for bad luck sometimes, I don't think I'd have any luck at all. But I'm actually pretty lucky most of the time. And in this case, I probably ended up being lucky too in the long run. But this is why I don't like doing my maintenance through the summer when I'm needing to use the tractor, because of simple little things that happen, like happened tonight. I went to tighten up my plastic cap for the hydraulic reservoir, turned it like a turn and a half, and just snapped the top of it off. It wasn't even getting tight. It was just barely. For some reason, the plastic was getting brittle, I guess, from the heat and things over time and the age. and it just snapped off. So I got the threaded part back out of there, and I found me a pipe reducer. Put my O-ring on that pipe reducer, and had a plug for a hydraulic cylinder that would thread into that pipe reducer, and plugged it up. Made me a temporary cap until I get one. I ain't gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna buy me one, but that way, if I need to run it, I can run it. And that cap, I'm about positive, doesn't vent, so it's not gonna matter that way for any reason. So I got the cap there trying to JB weld it back together, but I think since I found that solution, I'll just order me one and not even try that when I'm trying to JB weld back, because that might end up being bad. Things happen unexpectedly, but I'm glad it happened now, because I'm not really needing to run the tractor. But like I said, I think I could run it without any issues the way I've got it. Last night I changed the fuel filter and the air filter, and I had a little hydraulic leak down here around this valve. I tightened one hose up. Not sure if that's where my leak was or something else. It must only be doing it under a strain. So I'm gonna have to try to get something heavy and lift it one day and see if I can see any seepage. It's not bad, it's just like seepage somewhere. But that one fitting I tightened up may have been loose enough to where it would leak a little. Of course, I just changed my hydraulic filter, so I think I'll check my front axle oil and go ahead and change the engine oil and grease it and everything. This round, while I'm into it, next time I'll change the hydraulic oil altogether. And really probably should have done it this time, but I'll probably change it a little bit early next round, my filters and things, and go ahead and change the oil. I don't know what to do about getting tires. I've been shopping around some and trying to decide whether to keep running them or wait. I mean, it's got a little bit of tread, not a lot of tread, and I don't know whether to go back to these Firestones. It's got Goodyear on the front. Thought about putting these Firestones all the way around. The front ones are decent still. I've changed them out before. This side's a little worse than the other side, but we've had that discussion before, so there ain't no need getting back in it. I'm just letting you know what the deal is there. That I'm still in decision mode on that. But if y'all will, check out the RedDog VacTrac. Especially if you got one of these Kubota tractors, it really helps. Or if you have a tractor that loses hydraulic oil when you try to change the filter, pretty neat little tool. It's quiet, works good, works every bit as good as the shop vac, and a lot less noise. Yeah, I guess that's it. Wasn't much of a video, but I wanted to show you that tool. I owed it to them to do it, and we will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.